What's going on, team? Let's go diving into at the close. What's going on out there? What's moving? What was hot and what was not today? I am seeing technology down big, consumer cyclical down big. What's up? Just utilities I'm seeing right now. Maybe basic materials from the open. Overall, changes all into the red. We'll take a look. What happened today? What happened to the growth trade? What happened to the tech rally? We'll talk all about it right here on At the Close. And guess what? I got Joel back. Hit the like. Let's go.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Whoop, whoop. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. The tech rally came to an end. The question is, was it just a momentary pause in kind of the moment here, or are we going to get tech to rally back? Joe will be joining us in just a second. He went to go get some water and probably check out the action that's going outside his window, but don't ask him about that. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at the overall market. What is going on out there? Looks like we turned around from that 391 on the SPY. I'm going to let Joel talk about his levels like always when he hops on. He'll be on in a couple seconds here. But 391 rejection, and we couldn't even get up there today. It's starting to look bearish to me. Looking like a dead cat bounce, but like always, I know I'm going to get called Bear Mitch for that one. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look out there. Some of the bigger names today, Google pulling back. I know Joe will probably take a look at some of these. So I'm going to keep watching. I'll let you guys know what I took my shot on today. Before Joe hops on and kind of drags me probably, I did take my shot in Walmart today. I talked about this 125.50 level many times. So today I took my shot, guys. I'm really close to the 125 level. So I'm looking at this Walmart, and you know what? I said, it's time. It's time. I'm taking it, baby. I know my risk. My risk is going to be down there towards 124.25. And I said it when I got in. I just want to see a close above 125.50. Can we do it today? Can we get back on up there in the Walmart? The Wally World is what I'm looking at. All right, let's bring on my man. You guys know him as none other than Joel Elconin. What's going on, my friend?
How you doing? A lot of action in the neighborhood today. But I'm back. And let's see here.
They're calling me Build-A-Bear Mitch.
All right. I heard you talking about the Walmart setup, and I've been looking at this. It's just hanging in here. It had, obviously the earnings crush, the rebound, a retest of the low, and now it's just an indecision time right here at the 125 area. So I like it.
Show me those charts. Show me those charts.
I think it's a low risk trade there, Mitch. I'm on the same side. I mean, I know you want a CPI data that's going to tell you people are going back to Walmart, but I see the setup there. I see it. It's a quiet range day. Just quiet. Let's see. Maybe get an upgrade or something tomorrow to help you out. But bunch it up at the 126. It's called 50. 3 of your last 4 highs right in that area. But let's go to the big board. And we're down. We're down, but not out. We're down 43 handles. Call it 42 at 43.59 a quarter. We had a break this morning. Decisive below the pre-market low, but that was about it. And then, the buy the dippers came in, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. They floated it up there, and then we just came right back down. So we're below the open. We've definitely have both opens. So not a great day. We'll see if we can mount a rally into the close. Crude, $4 range down $1.12 at 103.67. Gold inching its way towards 1,700, down 10.90 at 17.31.40. Silver in the red by 18.6 cents, 19.05. Bitcoin, that's down 1305 at 20,460. And Ethereum futures, they're down $102.50 at 1136.50. And I'm just seeing all red here, Mitch. I can't find it on my front page. I can't find any green.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to find green in this market. The only thing that I would point to you that was in the green, it wasn't by much, but some of the utility names today. And so, if you take a look at like Duke or maybe Southern Company, you'll see that these are slightly into the green, bouncing back after being beaten down. You can take a look at maybe Nextera Energy. NEE is another one to keep on watch. These have, slowly started to come back. I like that NEE chart a little bit more. I think Joel would probably say the same. What do you think about that one?
It's bunching up near the top, right? You've had a nice rebound, quiet range up near the top, consolidating. So not really giving a lot back. So not bad. I mean, I'd rather see it break out than, the downside here. XLU, that's having a decent day too. TLT, I looked at, that's ripping too. So, I mean, I think maybe your philosophy, tying it all into that CPI number. Maybe we're breaking the back of inflation. Maybe rates aren't going up 3/4 of a point in next time. So maybe a little bit of the hope trade here in these dividend paying utility stocks as well as in the TLT.
All right. Now, what did take a hit, of course, is some technology names. If we want to take a look at some of those, we can definitely do a little bit deeper dive into some of the bigger ones. Let's take a look at some of those.
Boy.
You can see, did you see Meta? Meta can't hold on for
So,
a day.
yeah, wowzer. Jeffries, right?
Let's talk a little bit about that. I'll give you guys it was actually Needham. Needham came in with a downgrade on the stock from hold to underperform. They noted deteriorating fundamentals and structural risk. They also said that we lowered our estimates because we believe cost growth will far exceed revenue growth for the next 2 years. I think that was pretty bold there, talking about the next 2 years, and also showing us that maybe the growth outlook that we're getting from Meta is changing up here with their new kind of business structure they're going for.
Yeah, this is a real interesting one, and I thought it was Jeffries, but you're correct. It is Needham. With these kind of things, and like if you're going to the fade on these, you want to make sure that it gives you instant confirmation. No such thing. Needham having their way. Open lower by $3, and then interestingly, try to get to the bottom of yesterday's range, Friday's range. Turned back about 66 cents away, and then the sellers came on. There wasn't much under the pair of lows at 168. In fact, next level was 165 and a half, 165.46. You made quick work of that, and trying to find the intermediate level here. So it was kind of thin with support on the way up. Needham caught it right. But boy, oh boy, that's not even the biggest loser in the S&P, at least of my top components. We got some other stocks getting tagged here.
Yes. Let's go towards the one that lost close to 60 points today. The Tesla Dragon definitely getting hit hard there, down about 6%, and turnaround there after a couple days of some strength last week.
Yeah. Wow. This is if you look at it from my perspective, I mean, after hours, you're buying this thing near 780, right? Holy mackerel.
Oh man, that would hurt, man. That would hurt.
Right? And then, things 8 p.m. when Triple D signed off, we're at 770. All these buyers, man, they found out right away that 4 a.m. open. Boy, am I ever wrong. And then you just kind of acquired the pre-market. I think what this is, and we talked about this one this morning, they don't like what Elon's doing. The major shareholders in Tesla are just not happy if this lawsuit drags out, they're just it's you broke a 5-day winning streak. Pretty good volume on the downside here with 20 minutes to go. And it was showing you a little bit of weakness. And we talked about the close, right? You opened up a little bit. You tried to rally. But once you lost that closing price, man, sellers came out of the woodwork. Bounced off 701.67. Not much there for me. 696.63. That was your low on Thursday. So street turning a nasty turn on Tesla here.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, and Twitter. Oh my Lord, they must think that he's going to wiggle out of this deal, and or he's out there selling.
The bots, man. The bots are trying to save him, Joel. The bots are trying to save him.
Look at that, down 385.
Do you think that he's going to maybe make some bots to kind of increase the number?
Hey, this is some serious damage here for Twitter and the street. I mean, they're punishing Twitter. They're punishing Tesla. Twitter. I mean, you're coming back to the point of return here. 31.30 was your monthly low in February. 31.95 in March. You're only a buck away from that. So, boy, not a good day to be long. Twitter, big volume too. So,
I'll tell
I don't know.
Twitter sounds bad, but there's some worse stocks out there right now.
Give them to me.
Did you see what happened in the Chinese names, the China stocks? Look at Baba, down about 9% on the day. And that was an ugly open, man. That thing just went down, 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 down right at the open. Holy moly.
Some stocks, like sometimes, I get a feel for something from the pre-market and just the overall. And for this one, I mean, we could roll the tape. I said, you're down $5-6. If you think you're going to get another shot here at 120, I don't think so. Because you're also just at the top of the range.
That's what happened there.
Yeah, you took out, anybody leaning on 120.63. They came in open 115.46, 12-cent bounce, nowhere near the bottom of yesterday's range. Sellers came in still pretty much near the lows of the session. I think if you want Bob on pullback here, you got to sit on your hands for a couple more days. That's a big candle, and easy come, easy go. The government, they find them. They came down tougher. COVID lockdowns. I mean, it's a tough game to play over there. Buying those Chinese stocks.
Tough indeed. And it wasn't only kind of the tech names. Also, you had it in the Chinese EVs. You can see the turnaround there, and NIO about almost 9%, 8.6. And you start seeing it in the other EVs also. So watch out, as these have made decent runs going into this kind of turnaround on regulation. This is why we've always talked about it, and we've talked about it a lot on this show, that it's dangerous whenever you're going investing in some of these China names. You have to understand the risks that are associated and understanding that at any point in time, the regulation could come back to haunt you. So you have to be watching this and continue with it. This is why you sometimes hear Joel mention those 4 o'clock traders. Well, there's a reason why there's 4 o'clock traders. They're watching to see if news like this hits the tape, because you got to be quick on those moves.
Yeah, let's set an alert here on this NIO. I know it's a heavily traded stock. There's a pair of lows, 2026 and 2035. That was from Tuesday and Wednesday last week. Now you haven't quite got there yet today. 2050 is your low. But there's a trap door there, folks. And if you don't think there's a trap door, then you try being long if it takes out that 2035. I don't even know if it will blink at 1973. There's a lot of downside here. Speaking of downside, we've taken a turn for the worse here in the index futures. We are now 2 points off that low at 51.25. And the sad thing is I don't have nothing there. I had nothing at 51.25. And I got nothing at 48 and a quarter. I got nothing at 34. That was your 4-day close. If they want to put the hurt to this in the last 15 minutes or so, what they could be gunning for, is Thursday's glow back slow. That's down at 32.50. Don't know if we're going to get that low today. Bulls trying to defend that low of 51 and a quarter, trim the losses for the session.
There's some charts that I'm starting to get concerned about, Joel. NVIDIA being one, but
they just can't catch a bid. They just can't.
Yeah.
Well, they can catch a bid, and then they get stomped. Look at that.
Stomped.
Double bottom or double top Thursday and Friday. Just a tech wreck here. Oh man, these charts. So you went, what are you at? 20-point move. This is easy. 150 must hold level. 147.89. That was your low on Wednesday. 150 is halfway back. So man, turns on a double top and peeling back. So no love for the tech stocks. How's AMD? AMD down 234. That has a little bit more work to do to get to its 50% retracement. Boom, boom, boom. 71.60. Let's just call it that's about a 9-point move, 4.5, 75.60. Oh, that did get about half back, but it's bouncing a little bit. So big hold periods, must hold areas for both AMD and NVIDIA. The bulls step up near the low of the session, trying to get us back in the 38.60 handle. No new low yet, but we still have about 14 minutes to go.
Well, why Netflix shares are diving today? It looks like we had a CPI report, but I don't think it's the CPI report on Netflix. I just think it's overall consumer outlook and consumer demand probably being viewed as coming down. A lot of people are thinking that Netflix loses subscribers again, so that would be definitely not something you wanted to see. But Netflix just looks like it wants to continue heading down about 4.97%, heading to the lows. Hasn't even given a chance to come back up into that shadow.
What is that really super popular new show?
What, Stranger Things?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
It's not my favorite, but it is one of the most popular.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's really popular. I'm not into the whole kind of thriller themes anymore.
It's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what they call thriller. It gets the emotions going there.
A lot of killing and stuff?
No, it's more like kind of things that get you to question, and it's kind of like and you know what? I'm gonna have to get you on an episode at least.
I don't know. Don't they rip people's throats out or stuff like that? Or
no. I don't think that happens on Stranger Things. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know too much. But I'll tell you one thing I know is it's also affecting Disney, and they both look like they're heading to all-time lows. At least
not all-time lows.
At least for the year.
Yeah,
at least the 52-week low.
Yeah,
52-week low.
Yeah.
Look at Disney though, man. It can't hold on to that 100 if it wanted to. It did it for that one day. It got close.
And Andrew Kelly said there's definitely some gore in that. So
there's some gore in that.
Andrew Keel. Sorry about that. Yeah. Wow. Moment of truth here for you Disney shareholders. Oh boy. 92.01. Huh. That was your low last month. Current low. 92.31. Bouncing. Is it a dead cat bounce? I don't know. We could be due for another leg lower. Oh my gosh, 92.56. That was your April low coming out of COVID. I don't even want to talk about the COVID low because I know there's going to be a host of this show. It's not going to be real happy. It ain't me.
I'll tell you what he's not going to be really happy about. Look at the ARKK. We're going for that 40, baby.
Are we back?
We're close. We're close.
Top of the trading range, Kathy. Oh, couldn't break out. Gave you a little. I'm sticking with that line. It got above it, but for one day only,
Mm-hmm.
never really closed above it, did it? Right? Because it was at 47 area. Gave you the nice head fake on Friday. Goes to 48.12. Oh, double close area, 683, 686. Lower open, challenges that. Can't make it. Now it's down for you ARC investors. You've got to take a look at your current low right now at 43.57. You go back to Wednesday's low, 43.56. This is where Kathy has to bounce. Next daily low comes in at 39.84. I'm not going to make a call. I'm not going to make a call on that one. A new S&P low. I told you there was nothing there at 38.51 in the quarter. If it's not on my sheet, it can't stop there.
Can't stop, won't stop. I'll tell you what,
No.
can't stop and won't stop. Zooming downwards. I thought for a second you saw an inverse head and shoulder on the daily, but it told me inverse all right. It said, go on down, baby.
Too many peaks in that same. Look at that. Poke your head 124. Get your head beaten back down. Poke your head up against 124 again. Get beaten back down. And now this one's a little bit more serious damage here. Zoomster had a big run up. Oh, boy. This is what you're going to see in this one over the next few days. Zoomer, I think, look at that. The way that low lines up, too. Triple digits, 101, boom, this low, 102.12, halfway back, falls right into that area as well. That's what you got to be, and then there's a lot of fluff there. So I don't like Zoom at all here. I think you got a date with 100 to 101.
Man, they were struggling in our quarterly meeting. It kicked me out twice, booted me, and just booted me like that. I was like, what is going on here?
Sure,
what? I'm getting booted out of a meeting? Like,
really? Oh, wow.
I don't know. To me, that shows warning signs. I don't know if Zoom's gonna survive. I really don't. I mean, in the long run, competition could come in, right? I mean,
I don't see how Microsoft screwed this up with Skype. I don't even know how they ever. We used to do the show on Skype back in a long time ago. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't see how Cisco, where I know they got the WebEx. I mean, I pay for it. I like it. I use it. It's simple, but man, I don't know. That is not a good looking chart. So growth on its all tech on its heels, growth on its heels today. So one day doesn't make a trend, but certainly getting confirmation and that perhaps was just a dead cat bounce we saw last week, not only in the growth stocks, but perhaps in the entire market.
Yeah, I've been watching. We'll keep watch to see how that growth trade kind of develops. I'm keeping an eye on some oil names like XOM, just a little bit sideways today. I don't know. Do you think sideways today, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'll ask Joel.
Oh boy. I mean, crude rallied quite a bit off its low.
Mm-hmm.
We looked at this the Exxon Mobil and PreMarket Prep Plus. We talked about a double close area from Thursday, from Friday, right there at 86. So they did rally it up there only to 86.12. What I think is interesting in the pre-market prep stock of the day, Goldman Sachs downgraded track sellers, but find support because of Warren. They're afraid of Warren out there. If he's going to buy I don't know if he was buying the dip today, had the lower open, tried to rally, couldn't sneak into yesterday's range, but then couldn't get down to 57. So that would have been your lower risk entry point, and no can do. So follow through on Friday. People who were caught after but you take this thing home short, and Warren comes in tomorrow and buys another zillion shares, then you're going to be hurting for certain. Not a reason to buy the stock, but it's definitely a reason to think about shorting it, at least on an overnight trade. That's there. Twitter continues to make new lows here. Just about every take is a new low, down $4.03, 42.78. That's an 11% move to the downside.
Well, we'll see if Oxy kind of gets out of that area. I think it's in that in-between area, and I agree with you. That's a little bit dangerous because the headline could come in and kind of flip that around.
$80, exactly. Yeah. That's what we talked about. But too bad it didn't get a little bit closer to support. Spoos do like 38.50 for some unknown reason. I guess it's going to have to be a level for me tomorrow. Made a new low by $1.25, and now still trying to rally. Don't know if perhaps we got a few buying balances to hit the tape, but just a nice little 5-point pop there. We'll see if it holds.
All right, I did see your tip there, the great, but I don't think Joel would be too excited about covering that stock, so I'm going to leave that one out.
Whatever. Peloton?
No, it's a therapeutic stock that like went parabolic today.
I'll do it. How much is a tip?
All right, we got a $5 tip. The great wants to take a look.
Yeah, better.
Let's take a look. Yeah. PLRX. I'll tell you right now, Joel, I was completely wrong on this stock in pre-market. I said, well, it's up 60%. Maybe it can go up 80%, but what is that? 20% upside, 60% downside? Not good for me, but it looks like I was dead wrong.
News me. What
you got to admit. Okay, so I'll give you the news right here. So this is all based on kind of they got some health. I'll give you the numbers in 1 second. Let me just pull them up here. I just want to make sure I get them right here.
Okay.
I did see that there was some. There it is. So it jumped over 100% after its lung disease therapy met goals. So it's a lung disease therapy, and it met kind of the goals and jumped over 100% on that mid stage. So it hasn't even completed the trials there, but it definitely got a huge boost there from kind of the lung disease therapy meeting its goals, at least for the time being. And this is one of those that I don't know which way it goes from here. It's a biotech. Whenever you see these kind of pop out like that, I just look back at the chart, and has this ever popped out like that and hung on? And I see a lot of pops and drops. So,
well, this is, I mean, obviously they're running with the news here. I don't know what the short interest is on that. So, maybe it caught some people flat-footed. It traded 90,000 shares yesterday. On Friday. It's traded almost 79 million today. This is a tough one, but what I'll give you is a double top on the monthlies. This is if you're looking for more, let's see what happens at 24.13. Let's call it 24.15. That matches the pair highs from August and September of last year. After that, things open up to 29.55. Now, big volume. The bots are going to pick up on this one tomorrow. It's a tough call, but if you want more, look for it, see if you can get it to 24.25. And if you're trading this tomorrow and it has like a crazy move, let's say it just blows through 24.25 and then just blinks and goes up, let's say to 26, and it comes back down through that 24.25, that might be your exit point, but hard to call topping it right now. The only thing I could say to our pre-market traders or after hours traders, you had absolutely no business being short above 16 once it crossed 16. Now, I don't know, what people's positions were, but if you're looking at this, it had a big gain. 1620 was the pre-market high. This is, these kind of things. I mean, I couldn't have told you that it was going to go up all the way to $23, but I would have told you, hey, this takes out the pre-market high. You got to go. And it was just strong. Someone had a bid here in the pre-market. Boom, opened up right there, took out the pre-market high. So 24.25, that's what you get for $5 there, buddy.
What do you think about UNG, natural gas, having a decent day? And I like the chart at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like someone was sleeping on the news this morning because it didn't move until like 7:55.
They did. You know, they got recycled. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got it. This is I gotta buy. And then it couldn't get to the double top here. Just at $23, stalled out way ahead of that, and I don't know. It just seems like people, when you get these kind of moves, you know, like, and we could just look at the natural gas, looking at it as a commodity. We're closed about 8-point rally off the low there. You know, looking at the natty gas here, you know, you have such a fall in a commodity like that. Like all the break, like people are like 9, give me 950, give me 10. They don't think about the downside at all. And then you get kicked in the face. And then now there's overhead supplying these. So, all right, we did. Now I do have a number at 38.50 because that was a nice little bounce into the close. So that's what we have for you today, folks.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Like always, we'll be back on tomorrow morning, but do us the favor, hit that thumbs on up before you get on out of here for all our day's work. Appreciate you like always, Joel. We'll see you tomorrow, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to start wrapping on up. Like always, guys, you guys can give us feedback on what you want to see more or less of on Benzinga. We're always willing to go ahead and work towards that feedback. Looking to bring some improvements. What do you want to see? Hit that comments after. I'll make sure to go ahead and check those out. And like always, we'll see you tomorrow right here on Benzinga.